Well, I still haven't got everything cleaned up to the point where I can get the sandblast cabinet back in here. And I would like to take some of this rust off some easier way than having to wire wheel it or whatever. So I've had this stuff, Evapo-Rust. I'm pretty sure I picked it up at Harbor Freight. I have no clue if they still carry it or not. I don't know. And it seems I tried it before, or I tried something real similar. I don't remember. It worked pretty good. So we're gonna see here. It's near freezing outside, so I'm gonna try to do it in the shop. I may not fill it all the way up. Basically, when I open it, I'll decide how bad it smells, and that'll decide whether or not it stays inside or outside. You know, I kind of wish I had 2 gallons. I could fill it up full enough I could put in a second set. But this is what it looks like going in. And I have no intentions of, I don't necessarily want to leave these in overnight and try to, you know, get all the really deep stuff in here. You know, I basically want it cleaned up a bit, you know, for the welding and stuff like that. We'll zoom in here a bit and we'll see if we can see any activity as soon as it starts going in. And, you know, if it doesn't work, I'm not necessarily going to blame Evapo-Rust. I think I'll go get some fresh stuff and try it. Oh. Okay, that's really close. And I'm expecting to pour this back into the jug. So I'm not going to get rid of the jug there. Supposed to be like 30 minutes for something small and light rust like that. So let's just set it in here on top of a fairly clean spot. See what happens to it. This, you know, the bottle almost reads like it's water. Let's see here. Non-toxic, non-corrosive, biodegradable, contains no acids, no alkalis, non-flammable, and no petroleum solvents. Nice. So hopefully this will work. If this works, I'll be going and buying a few more gallons so that I can start dipping stuff in here. Yeah, and there's no odor. Now notice I'm sticking above here just a little bit. We're gonna see if we can change that a little bit just by adding some more metal to take up the space. That's one set of arms. I don't want to mix up the parts. Alright, I got a couple of pieces of DOM here that are pretty thick, and they surface rust. I don't care about the rust on them. Oh, well, let's lay them down and get the rest of it in there. You know, and I'm going to call that good, because the reality is this back end here, right here, I don't care. I can hit that with a wire wheel. It's easy to get at and everything. So let's see. It is now. I have no clue. My clock is off. Oh, it's noon. Quarter after noon. There we go. I'm not bright enough to tell time, for Pete's sakes. I can just barely catch a whiff of something, but it's not obnoxious or anything. I mean, you know, kind of like, you know, you smell Elmer's glue kind of thing, you know. It's not anywhere near that strong. All right, it is 30 minutes later. So we'll take a little peek here. Yeah, basically whatever was on there is just wipes right off. You know, see, it doesn't quite wipe off here. Of course, I've got rust remover on my fingers, so, you know, with a little scrubbing or whatever, you can probably just clean that up real quick without having to even spend too much time soaking it. The point of soaking is so that I can go do something else. you know, instead of having to actively participate in the derusting of these. So let me go rinse these off. All right, so you can see the bottom one. There's maybe it'll come out on the camera, maybe it won't. You know, looking at this part up here, it is just a little bit nicer. They're both really friggin' close. You know, but then again, I did clean this one up. You know, whoa. You know. And to prevent that flash rust, it says to just give it a dip, a quick dip, and then let it air dry. That'll prevent the flash rust. So now the question is, you know, I had that spot there that I scraped with the screwdriver. It's getting down to bare metal there. Yeah, I think I'll be leaving these overnight. Well, you can see a bit of a line here. Oh yeah, definitely. Is that in the picture? No? Yeah? Alright, I don't need the end of these clean so much as I need the part that's submerged, so you know, similar line here, and this is just after 30 minutes. Okay, we'll come back and look a little later. All right, it's been two and a half hours. You can definitely see the line. See how nice and clean that's getting. Of course, that was, you know, light rust. Fairly distinct line there. Nice. And now that it's been working, there is a little bit of odor. But you got to be right over it. I've been walking around the shop and I haven't even noticed it until I actually came over here. And yeah, so the area where I scraped with the screwdriver and hit it with the wire brush, which is a brass brush, is certainly doing the trick a little better than the other side. So all right, well, the point is to not have to do much with it. So, you know, I've done a little scrape. Oh, look at that one. All right, that's coming out pretty nice. All right, well, you know, it's gonna sit overnight. Okay, well, I really don't have much time to do anything out here in the shop today, but it's been overnight. It's a couple hours shy of 24 hours, so we're pretty close to the 22-hour mark. So I thought I'd come back in and check and give you guys an idea where it, what we're looking at here. That overnight, boy, that really did a nice job of getting in here. Nice line there. The paint's still on. The paint that has come off is, you know, if there was a tiny bit of surface rust under the paint, then that went away. But yeah, that's coming out nice. This, I mean, this stuff here, it looks like it's basically just going to rinse off anyway. Nice. Look at that, all the heavy rust down here, it's all gone. Just going to need a light, I mean, I could probably take it to the sink and rinse it off and just give it a light brushing, even with a plastic brush. Oh yeah, all the labeling just disappeared there for what I put in. So I was thinking about leaving them in longer, but man, you know, I mean, all the rust is actually gone. The rust that's here, I'm not going to leave it in overnight again just to get that off. And I'm quite impressed actually at how well it got up in here, you know. So those pieces, you know, I should probably go ahead and turn those over and let them soak for a while, because you know, whether I pull them out today or tomorrow really doesn't matter a great deal. Oh, I should have forgot to deburr this one. But the rust is gone. Gone. Gone, gone, gone. Oh, you know what I should do? I should go rinse these off and put the other set in to sit overnight and see how well this stuff works on the second batch. Yes, I think I'll do that. Okay, I'll give you another quick peek at these as soon as I'm done rinsing them off. So let's see what it does with the plastic scrub brush. Like the last of the paint off here, maybe. Okay. That's friggin' beautiful, huh? Now, a little bit of rust right there, but that's where it was sticking out because the water wasn't, the solution wasn't quite deep enough. And away it goes. Man, see, now I could put this in the glass bead cabinet and just give it a light dusting and make it look beautiful. Without really much work at all. Certainly way less work than having to do sandblast the whole thing, or wire wheel it, or sand it, grind it. All right, let me give you a closer look at this, if I can here. See, this was fairly heavily pitted. Okay, that was one of the spots that took the longest for the rust to come off of. Still looks just, you know, man. I should have pulled the rust stuff out a month or two ago and done these before I started with anything. So. You know, most of the stuff just rubs right off. And I'm really not brushing it very hard or anything like that. Can't maintain this fine physique doing hard work. Okay, quick look. Still got the rust there. I'll hit that with the wire wheel, but you know. Looks like we got, you know, little flash rust here and there maybe. Really not too worried about that. That really won't get in the way of what I'm trying to do. Alright, so obviously that side I had to hit with a wire wheel, you know, somewhat aggressively, and you can still see I left just, you know, a little bit on there intentionally. This side here, as the wheel was slowing down, I just wiped it across the wire wheel while it was slowing down. Look at that. Man, I'm liking that. Now, and if you're curious, I'm doing it under hot water because then when I go to blow it off, it blows off and dries a lot faster than if I were using cold water. So I don't know that I'm really going to worry if these will fit in the bath. I'll put the other end in, but otherwise I'm probably not going to worry about it.